1 month ago, I released a video warning you how AI Singularity was a distraction. I thought the real threat were those corporate building AI that quietly remove your cognitive sovereignty. I was wrong. What I mean is something bigger, it's much more dangerous, and it's not about cognitive sovereignty, it is about ownership. And they don't want just to control the way that you work, they want to own the way that you think. This is the memory war. And in today's video, we are going to not just look into the battlefield, but we are going to look into the blueprint for the resistance. So how does it work? In the last video, we saw the tip of the iceberg. The cognitive sovereignty that is there. It's a problem, it's a real problem, and we need to be careful about it. But there is something much bigger. Okay, so this is not just about the vendor lock-in, okay? It's a psychological framework that stops you from moving outside their system. So think about that when you work with AI, you build a relationship, okay? This relationship is connected with memory, work done together, a style of working together, understanding of who you are and what you're doing. Now, think about how difficult when you have all this data, all this to move on another platform. It's going to become impossible because when you start working with another AI, it's like working with someone that doesn't know who you are, it doesn't understand what you're doing. It's the amount of work that is needed to bring it back to the level that you need to work with is insane. Okay, and that is memory. That is just about moving the memory from one AI to another. But the system they're building is not built in a way that you can move it. Okay, so that is the first way that they lock you in a way that is never seen before. So think about this is not an accidental feature of an AI. Okay, this is not just by chance. This is an architectural choice. It's built in a way that this AI works in those terms. At the moment, there are no regulations. There's no reason why they should do differently, apart of doing for the good of you, right? So the good news is the same three questions that we asked in the previous video are still useful, and they can be applied to understanding how if the AI is working for you or you are working for the AI. So the three questions are still the same, and those are kind of a reality check. The first question is, I wrote them down, does this remove friction or does it remove choice? What does it mean? So removing friction means that AI allows me to make better choice by removing the friction of understanding the problem fully, okay, to see different point of view. So when I have a problem, it's not about what's the solution. It is about understanding the problem deeper, okay, to a level of awareness that I might not have. So the AI job would be that one, to bring more awareness, give me more data, give me more different point of view, so then I can make the choice that I think is right. So if the AI is not doing this, but it's doing the fact that you ask something, I got this business idea, and you share this business idea with AI and gives you the business plan, that is removing choice. Okay, that is not an AI that is a partner. That is an AI that remove your chance to think, improve, and see the weakness of the problem. But they just give you a business plan, and now you need to follow to apply. So let's look into the second question. Does it integrate with other systems, or does it lock you into their ecosystem? So that is, again, is about the ability to move around different systems and to ability to interact with different systems. So if you're locked into one single AI ecosystem, that means first you are locked out from other potential really good tools. But also you are locked into a kind of ideology, ethics, and whatever other mentality that corporate created. So you are into a bubble and you can't get out. So if this corporate slowly shift into a direction that you not agree with, for you it's become really difficult to move away. So what we need is a system that actually can have different AI models that works together, but I can also exchange them and change with others. And I can change with an open source one, for example. I can change with something that is run locally on my computer, or change with a new startup that creates a new amazing AI. Okay, that is what we need, ability to move and change. Third question, does it Does it show how it works, or does it operate as a black box? This is about transparency and trust. Okay, so if it's a black box, meaning I don't know what is doing behind, I just see the answer, that is really dangerous. Okay, I can't trust a corporate that is not in line with me because their interest is different from mine. Okay, their interest is to make money through me using AI. Okay, and it's not through me using AI to the max level. It's to me using AI to the way that they save token. Okay, my interest is completely opposite. Okay, is pay as little as possible and have the most powerful, the most intelligent AI that actually empower me. So the two things are different. So if AI is not on my side, then there is a problem. And I can't trust. That is the black box problem, right? So I can't trust an AI that don't know where they took the sources. I don't know the reasoning. And when I say I don't know the reasoning, it's not that little thing that you click on AI and see what they think, because that is just an extraction of a justification of the output. It's not the real reasoning. Okay, if you see also OpenAI, everybody don't tell you the real reasoning. Okay, for two reasons. First of all, they don't have it, and second, they don't want to. I don't want. I don't want to say badly. Okay, so basically, what's happening? Let's make it clear. So the reasoning is unknown. Nobody knows the reasoning. When we ask AI to give us the reasoning, what it does is pretending to give us what is logical to achieve those paths. But because this is kind of weak output, OpenAI is telling you, I don't give you the full reasoning. I give you just some main points. So in reality, there is no reasoning. Okay, there is just an output that some guided in somehow, and is a completely black box that we don't understand. They don't fully understand, and it's kind of dangerous. There is a way out of this, and we're going to talk in a second. So looking back to these three questions, what's happening is the playbook is clear. They build a prison, they build a trap for the user, and they create a system that you can't understand. Okay, that is the playbook for them. But this is much bigger. This is even bigger than just the users. Okay, now this is it's turning into like a kind of international conflict, because this is a geopolitical problem. Now we had those American companies building those AI, and those AI means also an ethics, an aesthetics, a way of thinking, a way of living, and so on. Okay, that is the Western way, let's say. And for some nations, this is somehow unacceptable. This is kind of cognitive colonialism, okay, where you embrace someone else's ideology, mentality, and history, and so on, okay, point of view. So there are countries like China, Saudi Arabia, they understand this and they see the threat. So they're building the cognitive, the sovereignty AI. This somehow is it's also a strong signal. But when we see European and American people, what they're doing, they're actually kind of sleepwalking into this, okay, I'm going to pay this subscription to actually colonialize my way of thinking. So this, you can understand, this is the battlefield, okay? This is extremely dangerous. What we need is something that actually free us from this, and we control and build in the way that we want. So to resolve this problem, I created an open source framework for I call it Cognitive Sovereignty Framework, and this is called the Resonant OS. It's you can download in the link below and apply to almost any AI. Okay, you can even use it within ChatGPT or Gemini and so on. Okay, you can use it through your API kind of AI system. This is basically a framework that help your AI to be more transparent, to be honest with you, to work as a partner, and to have a philosophy that help this AI to give meaning to the data that it receive. So this framework is there to be customized. It's not like a final product. This is something that is there for us as a community to customize and work together, to become free and in somehow create our cognitive sovereignty. So what I'm suggesting here is to have a look. It's completely free. You just copy, there's the instruction. So you copy and paste those document inside your AI, and you will see your AI completely start working in a completely different way. It's a work in progress, and we need to do it together. We understand the threat that we're facing together. What I'd like is for you to share your thought. If you try this AI, share. Tell me what your thoughts are, but also what you think about what's happening. What is your strategy? Are you just gonna there looking and hope for the best? Are you gonna just avoid AI completely and say, okay, this is not for me? Or are you trying to, like me, try to customize and see what is the good side of AI? How can I use it to augment my mind? This is what we're doing here. So please like and subscribe. And also there is a blog post that is like a companion deep dive of this video. So in this video, in that blog post, you can see the 3 questions, you can have the links that you need and so on. Thanks for staying until now, and see you next time. Ciao.